even without the kind of background that we imagine we need to benefit spiritually, I begin at the place that we are already, the self is there, but it is eclipsed by the worldly conditioning that places us in the limited perspective of the body, mind, and conditioned self, which, when you're living by that, in that layer of identity, of course, if you know no more, that world seems quite huge. But as you come to the place where you're able to witness that, including the person we take ourselves to be, you're discovering, whoa, what is this? You're into a much greater dimension and more true and free of the anxieties of personhood. And there's still deeper yet to go. So what a discovery, you see, when we are only as we are leaving one stage or one level or one mode and transcending that, are we able to look back and to really see, whoa, that was a very narrow way of looking and living. Only as you're leaving. While we are in the state, it feels like everything to us. And that is one of the wonderful things when people begin to discover the truth within themselves. And one thing, if I can, acknowledge your discovery, but don't make tattoos out of any stage. You are continuing to dissolve the lesser truth into the greater truth, and just be open. I often say, avoid making any conclusions, because there will be premature conclusions about anything you are experiencing. Stay like this vast emptiness, and you can observe everything coming, but don't take shape with any shape that comes. Just observe like that. And that's a wonderful pointer that you will see also how immense the self is. Not in an objective view, in a very subjective sense, you will see. You see, although as you are discovering and moving beyond the shallow field of personhood and discovering the truth of yourself, you see, it is true for many people, for almost all who are on this internal discovery journey, you will start to feel that there's not so many people you can relate to from this place. And that, I want you to know, it is a natural phenomenon. It will happen like that for a while. But it also gives you time to not bring this into a social limited space. And that for a while it is important also to learn to be alone for a while, not just to be with this, and to keep marinating in what you have discovered and what you are discovering, you see. Because the self does not really need friends in so much. I'm going to say this now. And you'll find that although it might feel you're left alone with less people to relate to, but your being is expanding so enormously that you're able to be, in each contact, you have a truer interaction with each contact, even without words. You may notice at some time, just as you stay, you're able to feel very, very much grounded and in harmony with any environment if you have no expectations of them. And in time, in the right time, just leave it to the self and to the unfolding. It will bring to you those who are, destined to meet up with you, to have a better flow of communication. At the same time, we don't reject those that we love, and the people many people that you have met in your life, they love you. It's just that they may not be able to relate to where you are at this moment. And that is not so unusual, because in fact, we are each so unique, even at the personal level, So it is understandable that, one of the things you will experience is a sense of being cocooned in a new discovering that, and then at the same time, not being able to relate to the usual associations that you have for a while. But regard it as a blessing. It's a tremendous blessing to hear from someone like yourself, Eduardo, right now, speaking like this in the space of a year of coming into understanding like that. That is tremendous. And actually, I don't think anybody can understand anybody else. We just think we do. We think, yeah, we have a picture of each other. But you're moving out deeper than the picture zone into a space of being. And this
Yeah.
beingness corresponds to all expressions in the world, actually. Is that whatever arises in the mind or in the outer world or whatever, you are already here to see it appearing, to see it playing, and to see it passing also. And that is a profound recognition, because that is a fact anyway, but it is not understood and recognized, the profundity of that you are here. And you point out another point, which is great, that yes, the mind seems to become even more cunning sometimes, because this has been our habit for so long, the association of thinking that somehow it will keep on projecting new adventures. It will always keep sending you on other journeys. But you have caught it that, wait a second, but I'm watching the journeys, the intention of journeys, the actuality of journeys, and the end of journeys. They come and go, and I'm still here. And for someone to grasp what that is, because often we are buying into the projections and the promises made by the mind, because we have been so much conditioned, cultured, to somehow give that great importance to these things, and not having a time. It's not that we don't have the time to stop. It appears as though we don't have the time. It's not the time we don't have. It's more the urge seems to get blocked. We are so easily distracted by the promises of becoming a better person, getting a better job, doing this, doing that, and so on. But I love that you see this, and how powerful, how potent it is when you see things and recognize that even the seeing of things, you are here before them. You're watching the seeing and what is seen playing out, and just putting the attention on the place where even the act of perceiving is being observed. I cannot say how powerful, how profound that is. It begins to cut the restless traffic of the mind and person, and brings you back, so to speak, into your life of equanimity, harmony, peace, stability, love, wisdom. Everything is coming like this. And you say contrary to what you expected also, while trying to develop a personal sense of self, knowing that the person is unstable. It's ever changeful. It's not reliable. All that you see comes and goes. That's not to say they're bad. It's just that you're understanding the nature of the phenomenal world. Everything comes and goes. Even your own moods and feelings and thoughts, they're coming and going. Your identity is always changing and so on. Only this, the deepest place from where even the act of seeing is perceived, is unchanging. And I feel that this is one thing that is a great possibility in the human kingdom, to discover that alone which is unchanging. And because of the momentum and the urge and the anxieties that come in the mind, this traffic of sensations and of ego identity and all of this, we seem not to be able to look behind the screen of the mind into the truth of self. So whenever I find someone or recognize someone like you who actually, when I say you must be the proof that truth is, not as an idea, not as a concept, not merely even as a belief, but as the evidence. You see, blessed is the one whose life is the evidence of the true. But evidence to who? It has to be one who themselves are in the search for that truth. Because many people are not able to grasp what is happening to you. They may even have the contrary sort of interpretation that, wow, what's happening to you? Eduardo, what's happening? You're so quiet, man. Are you saying everything right? Is everything right? Is everything... You see, they will not be able to... But don't be disheartened by that. This is not a 21st century phenomenon, okay? That people, as you are waking up to the truth of yourself, that people are not going to come and embrace you immediately. You have some tests to go through, some little doors, some portals you will pass through. But you stay with it because it is stronger than belief. It is directly experienced, you see. I feel that, so happy for this, that you're flowering in your own being. And just like I say, observe, recognize, keep marinating in the richness of your discovering, and don't make, like I was saying earlier to the previous person, don't make any rigid assessment or conclusion about anything. Just stay like this open space. And you find that life is unfolding as it does, and it seems like everything is following a divine timing if you leave it and don't go just with the mind's projection. But it will take time, and you're stabilizing more and more in the richness of your discovering.